The cave is collapsing and there's no way out. You close your eyes and accept your fate. Except it doesn't happen. After what feels like forever, you open your eyes again, and you are in a black room with an obsidian coffee table. There's a tiefling man sitting at the end of that table. Purple skin, curved horns. He looks at you and smirks. Not what you expected now, was it? Well, you work for us now. That is, unless you'd rather me put you back where I found you. We're going to talk about starting the story and why are your players a party? So how do you make your players a party? There's a couple of different ways that you can do this. And you could do it just the stereotypical way. Your 3 to 5 or more people are in a bar and someone offers them a job and they all say yes. Now they're a party, now they're friends, now they're on an adventure. You could do it that way. That's how some of the books start. That's how plenty of adventures start. That's how plenty of campaigns start. But that doesn't really take into consideration what all of the individual players have prepared on their own as their backstories. You're just kind of like, all right, cool. You're a noble, you're a criminal, you're a veteran, and you're a mercenary. And you're a sailor. Always a sailor. Don't know why. You guys are just together now. You're all friends, and you're going to go do this thing. Give a little bit more to that. Talk to your players about it. Maybe they all happen, maybe a handful of them just happened to be traveling to this town. They ran into each other on the road. Maybe one of them was being ambushed by marauders or bandits or whatever. Another one or two of them came and helped them. Oh, man, thank you so much. Yeah, don't worry. These dicks, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, hey, we're all traveling in this direction. Do you want to tag along? That'd be nice. Yeah. Everybody has the same voice because I'm just kind of ranting this. I didn't really think about what I was going to say, but that's fine. So even though your characters have these individual backstories, they have come together already. And maybe they get to the town and the person, they're on the job board and then they're like, oh, cool, this looks like a good job. We've already traveled together. Do you want to stick together? Well, yeah, I'd love to stick together. Let's stick together. They go do it. And maybe the other person or two in the party are already working for that NPC. So you still let the players have their own individual backstories that are completely unrelated to what's going on, but now you've given them a reason to adventure together. And if you want to role play that out as like an episode 0 kind of a thing, then that's great. Or just have them talk it out beforehand. So all right, cool. What do your characters know about each other? Because if you're all a bunch of strangers that just happen to be in the same bar getting the same job, then If they're all going to be strangers, then have there be some kind of narrative reason why they're all strangers. So in the initial playings of Critical Failure, after we played Cobalicious and Zach and Joe were going to keep on playing, but Devin and Dale were not. I had to come up with a reason why Keith and Sean were joining the party and why Devin and Dale were gone. So the way that I kind of had that was the cave they were in, the tunnels they were in were collapsing and they were supposed to die. They didn't die. They woke up in this room where Maxwell was, and he offered them, work for me or I'll put you back where you were. Make that same thing happen with the other characters. So you've all been seemingly saved by this third party for some reason, and now you all work together. Now you all work for that person, so now you're forced into being together. So that's a couple different things you could do. You could do it something where maybe they're all in a place and they all witnessed something that happened, or they're survivors of something, and they came together to overcome the thing. So a town is being attacked, and one of you is one of the players is a soldier, so he or she is stationed in that town or in that city, and then maybe the criminal is somebody from the a street urchin or whatever, someone who lives in the city, but is like, oh man, I got to do something because, maybe you're not a completely terrible person, or maybe you are. Maybe you're out, you're like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity for me to go steal stuff. And then that soldier saves you. So similar to the first thing. And some of you are just with your bodyguard of a traveling merchant and you're going through town. Maybe there's a traveling noble and you have bodyguards that you've either hired or have been with you your whole life. Give your players a reason why they would be together and take their backstories into consideration. They'll care more about each other. They'll care more about what you're making them do. Because if they came up with this big elaborate backstory and you never bring it up, that might irritate them. You want to give everybody an opportunity to explain who they are. Why are they here? Now, on the complete other side of that coin, if it's a very casual game, you just made a character. I thought it would be cool to be a half-orc druid. I didn't really think about why he or she isn't, raging and marauding and is hanging out with woodland creatures. I just thought it would be a fun character to play. I didn't really come up with a backstory. Well, that's fine too. But if your party or if some of the players came up with a backstory of some sort that they care about, give them the opportunity to let that shine. Talk to them beforehand. Talk to all the players beforehand. Get an idea of, all right, cool. This is who we are playing. How can I make their decisions leading up to this point matter? Or if it doesn't matter, they're just all together. Start it in the middle of the action. So for some reason, the party is in the Underdark. They're in a cave and they're stealing this artifact from some drow. So kick it off in the middle of the action. Explain cool shit that all the individuals are doing. So have the characters all showcasing what their abilities are and what they're doing. Start it in the middle of the action. Roll for your initiative. But that's just a couple of suggestions on ways to start your game and have your party already care about one another when they're starting. So to kind of reiterate some of the stuff, find out what all their backgrounds are. See if you can connect them together somehow. So maybe they were like I said, they're on the road together. They just happen to meet each other. If they didn't come up with a backstory or their backstories, there's no reason for them to be together. They don't want to be together. They just want to play the dang game. Start them with some kind of cliffhanger. Start them off in the middle of the action. But if you like the video, go ahead and like it here. Keep in mind that these are just my suggestions. They're my opinions. I don't necessarily know a whole hell of a lot about any of this stuff. I mean, look at that. It perfectly summarizes things. But listen to Critical Failure. Give it a shot. I would start with the Eberron stuff, even though I keep talking about the other stuff before that. Go ahead and check out all the YouTube things. Check out Board with Friends. Check out Board with Friends. Check out the stop motion animation, the TCG, and all the other cool stuff we have over here. But I will see y'all next time. How do I look with my green screen hat on, my green screen hat on, my green screen hat on? Yeah.